Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me, or at least first plan with me in a long time. So I'm using the Yule ball kit from Scribble Prints Co. This is, I believe, a reformat. I think she's kind of released this one a couple times, but I'm using this because obviously on January 1st, the Harry Potter 20th anniversary special, whatever you want to call it, came out. So I'm using this for this week and I'm excited. I actually really like the way it turned out, but if you guys didn't watch my planner setup video, I'm going to give you guys, I guess, kind of a quick update. So I am only going to be planning out 2 weeks of January. There's a lot of stuff that happened in my life, including essentially my dad. He ended up getting COVID pneumonia. He was hospitalized for about 17 days, I believe. And that actually happened the day after, 2 days after this plan with me. So the week after this one, it happened. And then I happened to write down everything that happened the day that the week that he got discharged. And then I just didn't write down anything that happened for all of the rest of January and all of February. So there's only going to be 2 spreads for January, and then I'm actually going to technically, quote unquote, be caught up, and I'm going to then plan the week of March 1st through the 7th, or whatever March 1st week is. But yeah, hopefully that's okay for you guys. But literally, I didn't write down anything that's happening. I was really struggling with a lot of just different emotions. I was struggling with coping with things and almost losing my dad, and it was a rough time. So I'm just gonna say that now. But we are getting better. We are here. We are all recovering and kind of just adjusting to just some different things. But I wanted to thank you guys all very quickly for those of you who have stuck with me pretty much since it's pretty much almost been a year hiatus. I did one plan with me and a couple of new releases videos, and that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to thank all of you guys that have stuck with me through this. I know I did lose a decent amount of subscribers, but just totally normal and totally okay. But for those of you who are still watching my videos, I appreciate all of you. Just want to throw that out there. But yeah, other than that kind of update, still working, still busy, just kind of got some family stuff that I've been dealing with, and it just kind of escalated a lot after September of last year, and then just multiple different things have kind of happened. But I am going to keep most of that private just because you guys don't really need to know about it, and you guys are here for the planning. But yeah, that's pretty much most of my update that I have for you guys. I actually thought I was going to be talking longer for this, or have more to say, but there isn't really a lot other than just that we're slowly moving on, and we're getting used to filming again, getting back into planning. I'm really excited for just future spreads that are going to be happening, and I'm just excited to be just here again, and I'm excited to kind of read all your guys' comments. But if you guys have any questions for me, I know I always say this, y'all got any questions, then I will. Also, don't mind me, I literally cut it incorrectly, so if you notice me just sitting there contemplating, I cut the overlay incorrectly. But if you guys have any questions or anything that you want an update on, I will try to give it in a way that I am comfortable with. Again, privacy reasons, I won't say everything, but just leave them in the comments below if you do have any questions. For the actual planning part of this, I pretty much am using all overlays from Scribble Prints Co. So the headers, the full box overlays, and everything are all from there. The only one that's not is the one that's on the blonde fashion box girl. That one is from Rose Colored Days. And then I did use some Simply Gilded washi. Also, I could have sworn I was using hollow with this, hence the reason why I chose the hollow bows, and then I realized after I already put it all down that I chose silver, and I was not going to rip it back up. So it's gonna be some hollow washi, it's fine, but everything else is silver for this spread, which I think turned out pretty nice. I actually really like it. It's very pastel, but it's really, really pretty. I like how I had an extender and everything on this day, and it's really pretty, and I really like it. Again, I'm just excited to kind of be back into planning and figuring things out, doing things that I really enjoy. It's just, it makes me happy actually being able to do something that I enjoyed. I am going to try to essentially not make this like super hard on myself if I miss a plan with me. I might, who knows, like I said, my life is very unpredictable at the moment, but I'm going to try my hardest to not miss plan with me, is because that was kind of the reason why I stopped planning in the first place, was just because it kind of became a chore rather than me actually enjoying it. So I just kind of want to essentially plan and not have it feel like a chore or something I absolutely have to do. I wanted to actually enjoy it. So that is hopefully my goal. So if I miss a couple spreads, I apologize. I will still show them to you guys, but my goal is essentially to try to fill them all, obviously, but might miss a few here and there, especially because I have my full-time job, and then I do still have my Etsy shop as well. For anyone who's curious, that is still open. I do have those type of things that I need to work on too, which is actually part of the reason why I stopped planning, because it took up a lot of my time. But we're trying to figure out the balancing and everything, and we are slowly getting through it. So yeah, that's kind of my update for you guys. I guess we will go ahead and get into the day by day. So my videos are still going to be completely the same, where I fast forward through putting everything down, and then I will kind of like slow down the speed on this part of it, and this is the day by day, so I'll still go through and try to tell you where everything is. I can't guarantee that half of these shops are open anymore. I have not been following the planner community at all, so I don't know what's open and what's not anymore, but I will try my hardest to tell you where everything is from. So on the 27th was the first day that my dad actually started getting sick. So I did mark that he was getting sick with a squared off quarter box and a Once More with Love kind of fever munchkin. And then we had a lot of rain this week. I don't know why. It was just like constant rain. And if you know anything about California, it does not rain very often. So when it constantly rains, we kind of have to mark it, and it's like a big thing. So I used the Coffee Monsters Co. Emoji for that, and then I did have to call my dad as well. He actually did go to work even though he was sick. Bad, don't do that. If you're sick, stay home. So I used a munchkin for that. Down below I did get El Pollo Loco for that day, so I used a little burrito for that. I was really in my feelings. I'm in my feelings a lot lately. Like I said, I've been kind of struggling with just a lot of things in general. So I have been struggling a lot with them being in my feelings. But the character or the stickers from the Coffee Monster, oh my god, Fox and Cactus, and the In My Feelings script is from Kinsey's Creations, which I don't know if her store is open or not. I know she closed it, but I don't know if she reopened it, but it's from there. And then my sale for my shop ended on this day, so I just used a emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. On Tuesday, I went through and paid a couple of bills. Usually when I pay the bills, it means I go through and pay like a decent amount of them. So I use these credit card icons that actually came with the kit. I think it was the freebie. I didn't show that in like the first flip through of the spread, but I did pull that from the kit. And then I used what is it called? I think it's called Magic Prince Co. I used a foiled car icon, and then a Get Gas script from Kinsey's Creations, and then I used another one of the icons from the kit. And then this Amazon order script is actually from my shop. It is not actually in the shop. It was a custom that was done, and I usually will use the Misfits that we have from it, and that was a Misfit, like that sheet that I had. So I use that, but I do plan on bringing that script to the shop eventually. I just haven't gotten there yet. And then I did start listening to The Prisoner of Azkaban on Audible. I've been kind of going through and listening to all of the Harry Potter books. I stopped halfway through Goblet of Fire, and now I just recently picked it back up. But I did start listening to Prisoner of Azkaban on this day, so I just used a Sirius Black sticker from Wonton and a Million. And then I did have a migraine on this day, so I used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji and a migraine script from, I think, Kinsey's Creations. And then, yes, I had a Vlogmas binge. Yes, it was December 28th, so back at that time, wasn't that big of a deal, but I did have a Vlogmas binge on this day. I literally went through and just watched everyone's Vlogmas. It was a lot, but it was worth it. Also, one thing I didn't mention, I am now putting my works schedule in my sidebar, so I'm no longer marking my work schedule during the week. So if you guys notice that, it is now on my sidebar rather than during the week. Other than that, on Wednesday, I put down a quarter box and then another munchkin and a sleep in script from Scribble Co. because I did sleep in on this day. I was working a lot of just 3:30 to midnight. That was just my straight schedule, and it was exhausting after a while, especially with the rain and everything. So we just slept in on this day, and then I marked even more rain. So I used another munchkin to mark that, and I literally wrote so much rain because that was how I felt, because it was bad. It was flooded everywhere. And one thing, if you don't know, again, we don't get much rain in California, so that means also people don't know how to drive in the rain, and our streets aren't made for the rain. So literally it was flooded everywhere. There were potholes everywhere because the streets weren't good. People didn't know how to drive in the rain, so they were going like 30 on the freeway, and I was like, I'm gonna run into someone. Thankfully we were all safe, we were fine, but yeah, I get anxious while driving in the rain in California purely just because of everyone else who doesn't drive that great. So lots of rain. I did change my scent in my wax melter. I've been very much into wax melts. I've been loving watching Kirsten's wax melt videos. They're so interesting to me, and I really wish I had like endless amounts of money so I could buy wax melts. I don't, unfortunately, but I am buying so many of them just because they make my room smell good and it makes me happy. So the little wax melters from Grin & Barrett, the change scent is from a freebie that I get from Fantasy Wax Melts. I'm assuming it's from Scribble Co. And then to mark that I was anxious driving in the rain, I used a Coffee Monsters Co. sticker to mark that. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. What was I looking for? Oh, I was grabbing a script. I was like, why was that taking so long? But I did use that to mark that I was just anxious driving in the rain purely just because, again, so much rain. It was flooded everywhere. It was very hard to see. And then I used a Why Me sticker, and I don't get paid enough for this script from, I think that one's also from Kinsey's Creations. I could be wrong. But it was just one of those days where we just had a crap ton of guest concerns and it wasn't worth it at work. So we were just frustrated. It's fine. And then I marked that I was so tired. I used a custom script that I bought like a long time ago, and then a Once More with Love munchkin to mark that. On Thursday was my payday, so I used a payday script from Scribble Co. And then another emoji, so many emojis to mark the rain. I literally just used every single sticker I had for marking the rain. So I just used more rain for that. And then I used a paper and milk little washing machine Muro to mark that I didn't have to wash my costume. Again, that script is a custom from Glam Planner, and I just used that to mark that I needed to wash my costume, which if you're new here, my costume is essentially my work uniform. Underneath that, I put down a munchkin to essentially mark my minimal effort. I was not having it that day. It was my Friday, and it was New Year's Eve the next day. I was over it, especially because the day before was just not having it at work. So I kind of put in just the minimal effort on this day. And then I used another munchkin to mark that we had hot chocolate. They actually have hot chocolate in one of our specific break rooms. So it was nice to have some hot chocolate. And then we did get In-N-Out, or I got In-N-Out. I don't know if anyone was with me, but I got In-N-Out that night. So I used a burger that I think is from, I have no idea where that's from actually, now that I think about it, and an In-N-Out script that is from my shop. Moving on to Friday, so it was obviously New Year's Eve, so I wanted to mark it in a couple ways. I like marking the holidays like up at the top. I always have, even if it's like a New Year's Eve thing. So I used a half box and these little bears that are, oh my god, what are these from? Why can't I think of where they're from? Nope, I don't remember. It's gone. It'll be linked down below, I promise. But I used them to mark New Year's Eve. Yes, it does say 2021 on the little headband. I'm just going to leave it. We're not going to question it. Yeah, we're not going to question it. And then I did get a Starbucks run, so I used a paper and milk coffee cup and a Starbucks run script from Scribble Co. I did some laundry on this day, so I used this sticker from, I want to say it's Stick with the Plan Co. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm still, like I said, remembering where all these stickers are from. And then a laundry day script from Kinsey's Creations. I used a one time a million sticker to mark that I cleaned my bedroom. We had some barbecue for lunch on this day, so I used a munchkin for that. And then I did get all dressed up fancy. We kind of last minute were like, you know what, well, let's get all dressed up. And I literally just went to my friend's house and we played video games and we had a countdown to midnight and it was great. So I just used a glam planner sticker for that. And then to ring in the new year, I used these two girls that are kind of like partying. They are from Stick with Plan Co. that I know for sure. And I just used them to mark ringing in the new year. We then played Mario Party, and we played Mario Party until like 4 a.m. It was kind of insane. It was hilarious and great, and it was so much fun. But I used Paper Bits Co. That's where they are. I was like, I know what it's from. So I used a Paper Bits Co. Character for that. That is the same character that I used up to mark New Year's Eve. But I used that to mark Mario Party, and then I used a munchkin to mark that I fell asleep at 4 a.m., which was literally insane. But again, it was so worth it. It was so much fun. And it was just, I don't know, it was just nice to kind of have a fun night. And I will be honest, that was pretty much the last normal night I had before all of the things that happened in my life happened, because my dad really started getting sick on the 1st. So pretty much the start of the new year was the start of just a lot of just different chaotic things. So it's been an interesting year so far. I'm putting down the weekend banner. You guys can't see that, but I'm putting it down. It's definitely been an interesting year so far. It's not what we expected, but you know, like I said, we're working through it and we're getting there. So for Saturday, I marked a Happy New Year with a script from Scribble Co. and then used a Paper Bits Co. little kind of bear with some balloons and some champagne to mark it. And then I did go through and fold all my laundry that I did before. So I used a Coffee Monsters Co. sticker for that. And then I did start caring for my dad on this day because this was pretty much when he was asleep all day, was not getting out of bed, things like that. So I used a munchkin that's kind of caring for like someone in bed to mark that. And then I did watch the Harry Potter 20th anniversary special. Oh my god, I cried. It was great, and it's the whole reason why I'm literally using the Yule ball kit for this week. I could have used an actual New Year's kit, but I wanted to use the Yule ball one purely for this. So the sticker is from One Time in a Million, and yeah, like I said, the Harry Potter special, I literally cried. I was so excited when I found out that it was going to be a thing, and it was, I don't know, I just really liked it. It was nice, and it made me sad, but also happy at the same time. So yeah, I marked that, and then I did actually organize my office. So my sister moved out, I don't even know when, a while ago, and I finally got like permission and everything to use her room as an office for my shop. Did I absolutely need to use it as an office? No, I could have kept like using it in my room. But I actually started setting it up on this day and kind of setting everything together. I planned on making a vlog for it, and then again, everything happened. I never got the chance to do it, but yeah, I actually technically have an office. It obviously is my house and it was my sister's old room, but it's exciting. So I definitely went through and organized my office. So I used a little desk organized sticker from Magic Prints Co. And then I used a little printer from, what is it called? Papershire, to mark that I did print my invoices. Moving on to Sunday, I did have a YouTube binge. Don't know what I was watching, but we were watching YouTube. Could be Vlogmas, could be a bunch of other things. So I used a munchkin to mark that and a YouTube binge script from my shop. And then I did have to order some office supplies. So I have a desk and everything in my room, but I still have a lot of things in here because I need it for planning and just a bunch of other things. So I wanted to order like a desk organizer. I needed to order a couple just other organization bins and stuff for the drawers. So I used a little paperclip icon that I believe is from Scribble Co. Just to mark that I did order some office supplies. I mostly just kind of needed to order like desk supplies and things that I needed like duplicates of. And also I had to order like a strip because I didn't have enough plugs for all of my machines and everything. So yeah, we ordered some office supplies, and then I did actually call out on this day. I was supposed to work, but I called out in order to take care of my dad because I was afraid to leave him because he needed things. So I used a just phone icon from Scribble Co. for that. And then this sounds weird, but then I played The Sims for most of the day, which again, it sounds weird because I called out to take care of my dad, but most of the time he was sleeping, but the rest of it was to kind of help him get up if he needed anything, to get him food, stuff like that. So for The Sims, I used a Play Sim script from Kinsey's Creations and then a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji for that. And then I did mark again that I cared for my dad. I figured these kind of mask character stickers are good for this because he ended up having COVID anyway. Fun fact about it, I was literally caring for my dad this entire time and I was negative. I got tested. I was essentially auto quarantined myself until I got my test results after he had tested positive, but I was negative and so was everyone else in my family. It was kind of wild and I was very surprised because I was pretty much right next to him, but yeah, I ended up negative, which is great because I didn't want to have to go through that too at the same time that he was in the hospital. But yeah, so to mark just caring for my dad, I just used this mask sticker from Fox and Cactus, and then I had some popcorn and a movie night. So the movie night script is from my shop, and then I used a Scribble Prince Co. character girl and a Once More with Love one. And yeah, that's actually everything for this plan with me. I feel like that went really quick. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm still kind of getting used to the whole filming, recording voiceover things. It's been a while, so thank you guys for sticking with it. I'm going to do what I normally do at the end of these videos where I kind of do a little bit of a wiggle. I don't know if they're still called wiggles, but so you can see all the different foil and just kind of see what everything looks like, and then I'll flip through what's left in the kit. This was an ultimate kit, so I do still have a decent amount of them, and I didn't use the work labels, which actually made me really sad not being able to use work labels. But yeah, so that's everything that is left in the kit. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and for sticking with me. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave me some kind of comment down below. I will try my best to respond to all of them, and I'll see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye guys!